Jay-Z from Weston, Florida. Does Miami making the national championship as a 10 seed justify playoff expansion? Will this spark a future expansion to 16 teams? I think we're probably headed towards 16, but that's not what you asked me, JC. You asked me, does it justify playoff expansion? Well, I assume you've watched this show for a while. You know my feelings on this. No, it doesn't. Miami making the playoff doesn't affect my view on college football playoff expansion one bit. But I always admit this up front. I just have a different viewpoint on this than most people. It really all boils down to your college football worldview, Jay-Z. So capability is never what it was about for me. I was on Get Up the other morning. Louis Riddick, who there are very few opinions I value more in this sport than Louis Riddick. He and I disagreed on this, and it pained me because I don't want to be disagreeing with Louis Riddick very often. But his opinion was, if you look at a team like Texas or a team like Vanderbilt, who were left out of the playoff, his opinion was, I think those teams could have made a run. Therefore, I think the playoffs should be big enough for all those teams to be in. Well, that is his college football worldview. Mine just happens to be different. I've never cared about what you're capable of. I've cared about what you've earned. And I've looked at college football, and I've said the best format is not one that's big enough to fit all the teams capable of winning the title. To me, the best format is the one that's built to maximize the impact of the regular season. Because I care about the regular season more than the playoff. Now, again, that is my worldview. If you disagree with that, that probably means you're going to disagree with all the points that I'm making right now. But I know there are a healthy amount of us who prioritize and love the regular season of college football more so than the playoff. And you got a fair amount of people who just look forward to the playoff. It's a more pro sports minded approach to college football. That's okay if you have that. I just never grew up that way. And I don't feel that way now. Like, I've evolved my thinking on a lot of things in college football, but you'll never, ever, ever see me evolve my thinking that the pinnacle of college football is not the national championship game. The pinnacle of college football for me is not the playoff. The pinnacle of college football is the 12 Saturdays that I'm guaranteed to get in the fall. That's what I love. And so, all due respect to Vanderbilt, I don't care if you got left out. You had an opportunity to earn your way in. We got 12 spots. It's not like it's the 4-team era or the BCS era anymore, which, by the way, I had no problem with. But we've long since left that. So I got no problem that Texas got left out. Had Alabama been left out, I would have had no problem with it. Now, there are teams that I think, based on the current model and the criteria, should and shouldn't get in. But like if they had left Miami out, I'm not shedding many tears for Miami. You know why? They lost to Louisville and SMU. Like, they had a shot to earn their way in. So you lowered the bar already. We already lowered the bar. If you still can't clear that thing, I don't know what to tell you. So I look at Vanderbilt and I wonder what they would have done in the playoff. I look at Texas. I saw Arch in the Cheez-It Bowl. That thing had over 9 million people watching, by the way. I saw what he did. Yeah, I wonder what he would have done, but I do not look at the system and say, boy, we got to expand this thing. We got to expand this thing so I can find out whether Texas could have. Boy, I think Texas could have made a run. I think Brigham Young could have made a run. I don't really care if I think that. I don't care because it's not about capability to me. It's about merit. You got to be aware of the casual counter-arguments to this, though, of which there are many, but two of them you'll always get when you make the argument. There are some of us out there who make this argument. The argument being, we don't need to expand the playoff any further. We may have already expanded it too far. The casual counter-argument to that is, number one, how can you deny that the expanded playoff has been amazing? And how can you deny that expanding it further would be even more amazing a product? I don't deny it. The playoff is awesome. Hey, do me one favor right here. Look down. Are you subscribed to the channel? If you are, thank you. If you're not, please click subscribe. It helps us keep the show free and free of corporate interference. All right, that's it for me. Back to the clip. A 16-team playoff would be must-see. You make the playoff as big as you want to. The playoff itself would be amazing. But that's opening the book at chapter 4, ignoring chapters 1 through 3. See, you're disingenuously skipping the meat of my argument to present the meat of your argument. Because your argument is playoff-centric. Mine's not. Mine's regular season college football-centric. The playoff product's incredible right now. The playoff expanding to 16 would be incredible. But that's where your sentence ends. Mine has an ellipses, ... but at what cost to the regular season? And if there's any cost to the regular season above and beyond what we've already done to it, I'm not for it. That's part one. Part two of the casual counter argument to anyone resisting college football playoff expansion, this is the worst one, but it's also the easiest one to beat down. How can you say no to more football? I just don't get what you have against more football. Well, I understand the principle of scarcity. I understand the principle of value. If I have a $1 bill in my hand, what is it worth? Well, in an ideal world, it's worth $1. But if I have a printing press over there, and then I print a billion more of those $1 bills, guess what I did to the $1 bill I'm holding in my hand? It's not worth what's written on the piece of paper anymore. Why is that? Because its value was in a level of scarcity. And when we decrease the scarcity, we also decrease the value. Likewise in college football. The more playoff spots you have, the less value there is on making the playoff. So, hey, I love football. We already get plenty of it, man. We're asking teams to win 17 games in some cases to win a national championship right now. We're getting plenty of football. We got plenty of it, man. If you're sitting there in late August watching this thing all the way through to Martin Luther King Jr. Day next Monday night and saying, need more football, go watch spring football. I don't know what to tell you. We got plenty of college football right now. If it comes at the expense of the regular season at all, I'm not for it. This will expand, though, so make no question. Make no arguments here. I understand it's going to expand. No one really cares what I think about this. If it does expand, can I please, just in the name of common sense, ask a couple of favors? Firstly, can we please get 2 rounds of playoff games on home campi, plural of campus? Can we please not watch Oregon traveling 9,000 miles across the country combined to go to 3 neutral sites? Because that's what they would have had to do. Had they won the other night, their fan base would have been asked to fly to Miami for a playoff game, come home, fly to Atlanta for a playoff game, come home, fly back to Miami for the national championship game. Beyond stupid. I mean, Texas Tech never got to host a playoff game. Indiana never got to host a playoff game, which is insane. So if we expand to 16, you're already taking the first round byes away, I assume. Can we at least get a couple of rounds on campus? The second thing, can we please reformat the schedule? We are waiting 12 days to play the national championship game instead of the thing wrapping up on New Year's Day like it should. The college football calendar is 9 kinds of screwed up. But even the playoff calendar itself is screwed up. There are several reasons why it is the way it is right now. I'm not asking you to tell me why it is. I'm asking people who understand how to get the job done to get in the room, put your hands on the wheel, and get the changes that are necessary. If it means starting the season a week earlier, don't love it, but if we have to, we have to. And then the other part of that is, you may have to gird your loins up and walk down the hall and knock on the door of the NFL. And after you've done all the work developing their players and developing marketing profiles for their players before they go to the draft, you do all the favors in the world for the NFL. Maybe ask for one in return? I don't know. Seems bold enough that it just could work.